Hi, my name is Miheer Fyzee and I am a custom furniture maker located here in Mumbai. I have an educational background in mechanical engineering and product design. I had gone to a university in the US for my undergraduate studies. I did my mechanical engineering there, and as I said, I found it very theoretical, and I was rather disappointed with the fact that I didn't really, in spite of being mechanical engineering, I thought I'd be working with mechanisms, machines and things like that, but that wasn't the case. I was studying a lot of theory. Many, graduates find that situation where they go through an entire 4-year undergraduate program and find that they've made the wrong decision. I was in that position and I decided that the best thing to do at that point was probably just go back and study for a little longer. I actually went to IIT Bombay to look at their mechanical engineering department master's degree in like an MTech or something like that. When I went to IIT, I inquired in the main office there about the various master's degree programs that they had, and that's when I came across this degree called MDes, Master in Design. And it got me curious. I went to the design department there, and that's where it all started. That is where I discovered that there was an educational path available for someone who wants to be hands-on. Everything man-made has been designed by somebody. Product designer specifically is someone who designs products for mass manufacture. Those products can involve automobiles, for example. So an automotive designer is essentially a product designer, but more focused on automobiles. You have product designers making kitchen appliances. You have product designers making office accessories, home accessories. So this razor blade has several features. First of all, you have the blade, which is a very technical piece as such. It's entirely functional, if I can put it that way. Then you have the stick. The stick is also entirely functional because it has to, when you're using the razor blade, your hands are wet, it shouldn't slip. So it has to grip very well. So this rubberized surface, this rubberized textured surface works very well for holding the razor blade. There are grips where your thumb is, there are grips where the fingers are. It works well for lefties and righties. This particular product has a battery inside it. When you press this button, it vibrates. If it vibrates while it's cutting the hair on the skin, it allows it to cut a little better. You see, so it is such a functional product, such a technical product, and it looks nice. And then you have this packaging. It sits beautifully inside this, and when someone sees this in a store, they're immediately impressed by the way it looks and they want to buy it. This little thing over here, which holds extra razor blades, and this fits perfectly in the back there. You see, so this is all product design. As a product design student of a master's program, that student would have the opportunity in their coursework to interact with industry professionals, be involved in a team of real products that are happening in industry, and that would be their first exposure, their first break as such, in the real world of operating as a product designer. And then of course from there on, once they are done with their studies, they move on, they find a job in a company. There are so many companies that make products. Most of these companies have design cells within those companies, and if they don't, they often outsource the design work to design firms. You see, so that is where a product design student would eventually end up. In the old days, when this automotive designer, his name is Giuliano Giorgetto, I think he's Italian. When cars had those big loops over the wheels and that, in the 20s, he used to make designs for cars with curved windows. And everyone laughed at him. They said, what are you talking about, curved windows? You can only have flat windows because glass was made on water, like how you have window glass. So glass can only be flat. You cannot have curved glass. But look, every single car today has curved windows. Not one car has a flat window on it. If I have a clock I want to know, how is that clock when the minute hand takes one full round of the dial, that the hour hand only moves a certain amount. So there's a certain complex mechanism that's involved that's doing that. And if a person finds themselves curious about how that works, or about how things work as such, they're very well suited for a career in product design. In India, as of now, there are 1 or 2 universities in Pune. There's DSK, NID in Ahmedabad, that provides product design from a bachelor's level. IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, IIT Delhi, IISc, Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, that provide product design in the master's level. So for someone to get into product design, one would have to study engineering in the bachelor's studies, do a BTech or a BSc in engineering, perhaps electrical or mechanical engineering, preferably mechanical engineering, or they could study fine art and approach product design from the fine art side of the equation. Usually all of these institutes have some sort of entrance exam. IIT has an entrance exam that they call CEED, Common Entrance Exam in Design. Product design does not compare, but like that there are so many other careers that don't compare to certain sort of top-notch careers. But see, that is not what limits a product designer. Now look at the person who designed a flashlight, for example. Look at the person who designed the stapler, for example. Okay, these people, I'm sure, are very rich, because they design products that every office in the world uses, you see. So the thing is, if you have the capacity, if anyone has the capacity to identify a very mundane problem and come up with a brilliant solution to it, there's no end to how much money you can make. If you are very curious to know how things work, if you are very inquisitive about what makes a clock tick, what makes a car run, what makes the light come on in your little torch, if you have that sort of curiosity, then you have potential to be a product designer.